Hello and welcome to What the Hey. Thank you very much for joining me to learn the answer to a question that I received. And when I go to my notebook of knowledge, I see that the question is, who the hey is Naren Animations? And this question comes from two different people. Your mom has no context. Fantastic username. And then also small storytime shorts. So hello to both of you and thank you very much for the question. So I've covered quite a few different YouTubers in my time of doing YouTube stuff. And this is once again another YouTuber, specifically a YouTube channel that mostly delves into animated videos, mostly dealing with stories, personal stories or experiences, or different, just little jokes. But if you go to their, about section where they're describing their channel, they say, I make you happy or depressed, which kind of sounds like a threat or a challenge, I don't know which. But as I was saying, if I had to give my own personal answer to this question, I would say that Naren Animations is a channel that kind of does storytime animations or topic animations. Like if they're talking about, oh, I don't know, the time they went and did like Halloween stuff, that's a video, So if you want a channel that's really good with animation and has shown progression in their animation skills, but they talk about their personal life experiences in a comedic way, like genuinely it's funny stuff, then this channel might be for you. And like with most videos that I delve into with YouTube channels, I always tag them in the description. So if you want to check this channel out, that will be there for you. Now before I go on into actually talking about the channel and the content, I did briefly want to mention if you kind of want to get into contact or see what else this channel is up to, they do have a Discord server and they provide the link for that. So if you enjoy using other platforms besides just YouTube, Discord is an option. So if you have Discord or if you'd like to start using it but you didn't know where to start, Naren has a server, so that's pretty fun. Now to go into some of the logistics behind the channel, Naren joined YouTube on July 13th of 2019. The channel has around 28,000 views, around 1.32 thousand subscribers, and around 17 different videos. However, that information is semi-not accurate in terms of videos, which first and foremost, those videos are split up between main channel upload videos and then there's also YouTube shorts. So I guess they're technically all videos, but some of them are in a different format, Additionally, in terms of the content from its original purpose to what it is now, I believe has stayed fairly consistent. There have been some videos that have been deleted in the past, so all of the content that is on there isn't technically, everything that the channel has done. But in general, the channel has stayed consistent with its format. But anyways, let's continue. So very briefly, I did want to bring up the fact that there are a few other features on this channel aside from the main video category that the channel offers, like the YouTube shorts, where a majority of them are like brief scenarios or life stories, and then some of them are, YouTube shorts where it's just an animated joke, like there's one about Simon Says, and that's all it's about, but it's still funny. So if you like short form content, which most of the videos on the channel are only a few minutes anyways, but the YouTube shorts are much shorter, that's an option. And then other than that, there is a singular community post that Naren has done in the past, and it's celebrating the new year, which is kind of fun to see. But maybe there were older community posts, I'm just not aware of it. So there's currently one. So if you want to see that, you can, and that's another option, even though it's just one. But that's still fun. For this next section of the video, what I wanted to do is give some actual examples of videos from the channel. That way, if they're like entirely new to you and you don't know what to watch, you can check out one of these examples, starting with the oldest video, which is titled Welcome to My YouTube Channel, which was uploaded on November 16th of 2021, which is like roughly, give or take, 3 years ago, which sounds crazy, but it is what it is. The newest video is titled My Mom Hates Halloween, which was uploaded on October 31st of 2024, which is roughly, give or take, 3 months ago. And then the most popular video on the channel is titled Mario Movie Stories, which was premiered on April 15th of 2023 and has around 1.3 thousand views. So now for the last little bit of this video, I just wanted to go over some of my feedback and general opinions from looking over the channel, starting with the fact that, like I already pointed out, their content is pretty short, which makes sense and I feel like is super justified for animated videos that are like genuinely hand-drawn and all that stuff, because that takes so much freaky deaky do time. So, you know, when you have content, like I'm going to literally explain in a second, that's really high quality, especially for the channel where the creator seems to be at a young age. It's super impressive and super valid that their content is fairly short. Like, you know, it's not 5 seconds, but it's still only a few minutes. So, which is kind of nice, because if you don't have a lot of time, but you still want to check out their content, you can, because the videos are short, but straight to the point. So you get like the story, you get the idea of what's going on. So that's really great. Something that I really like about this channel, and I think is really great, is the fact that in the about section of their channel, they list the type of products and tools that they use for their animations, which I think is really fun because, you know, when it comes to animation and art, a lot of people can get inspired by that kind of thing, but sometimes if they're starting out, they don't know what to use. So especially when it comes to art and animation, I think it's really cool when like masters of the trade or whatever kind of share their secrets, because then other people can kind of learn and enjoy it as well. So I think that's pretty neat. So when it comes to the actual style and quality of the animations on this channel, I feel like there has been such a big improvement, like a drastic change in the content and the way it looks. Not to say that their early work was bad or horrifying or anything, it's just if you literally look at the first video and see where it is now, it's absolutely insane. Like, it's really high quality stuff, and I don't know if that's because, you know, Naren has studied how other animators, which I know in like their most recent Q&A video they say who they've been inspired by, but anyways, the change and quality of their animations has like absolutely improved, and it's so cool to see. Like, it's super high quality stuff, and for having a channel that I assume where the creator is fairly young, that's super cool to see, because I know for some people who do art it takes like years or like however long to get to a certain point where they feel like happy with their stuff. But anyways, it's so cool. The animation is really good. Like, I couldn't do something at that age, so, you know, very fun. Additionally, on top of that, in terms of the quality of the channel, I would definitely say that the comedy and, you know, the writing style, whether or not Naren actually makes a script for their videos, I don't know, but in general, the humor is actually funny. Like, I watched through their videos and I was like, this stuff is actually making me laugh. Like, it's so fun. Because sometimes I feel like when I watch channels, especially when it's from like younger creators, sometimes I'll laugh at the content because I'm like, I can clearly see where the channel is like trying to be funny or whatever, so I appreciate the effort, but sometimes it's not necessarily genuinely funny, which isn't necessarily bad. But when it comes to this channel, like, there's actually some jokes in the videos while I was watching through them where I was like, I relate to that, or that's like actually really good with the timing of things or whatever, or the actual joke. Like, they included, I think it was a Q&A video, like a dress to impress meme, and I was like, that's actually really funny, that's really good, and I was not expecting that. So I would say with the humor of this channel and stuff, especially with the stories, because sometimes it's hard to relate to someone's personal life stories because you didn't experience it, so sometimes you're like, okay, I get what you're talking about, but it's not funny. With this channel, I feel like it's actually funny, so very cool. I really enjoyed that part of it.
Will you ever make a fan meet and greet in social games like Roblox? Honestly, probably not, because if I ever do a meet and greet, it's probably going to be in person or in real life. Now, if you'll excuse me, I gotta get back to...
Another thing that I picked up on is the fact that I really like the consistency with, you know, Naren's little character, like their drawing of themselves. Because if you look at the original design, the hairstyle or whatever, they've kept that with their character to this day, which I think is so fun. Like, when someone actually trademarks something, I think that's so fun. So the fact that it's the same as it was and then is now, I think is great. If I had to say what my favorite video is from this channel, I'd probably say it's the one where they're talking about their experiences with Halloween. Because although I didn't grow up in a super strict religious household that was like Halloween big bad or whatever, you know, I definitely knew people who had that kind of childhood where they weren't allowed to trick or treat because their parents were like, no, Halloween, big, bad, scary, whatever, which, that's valid, if that's, whatever. I think we get the point. Anyways, so the fact that I heard, someone else share that experience, I was like, okay, I kind of relate to that, and that's funny that someone else kind of had that similar upbringing or whatever and can share their stories about it in a fun way. So that's probably my favorite video because the storytelling is genuine and everything, and they give their experience on it in, not an over the top or super dramatic way. Like, it's just genuine storytelling, and it's done in a fun animated way, so that's cool. But once again, if you want to check out the channel for yourself, I'll have them tagged in the description, so that should hopefully be the easiest way to find them. But if you type in like Naren Animations in the search bar, they should come up regardless. But anyways, that is the answer to the question, so thank you very much for watching. Bye!